Good morning, everyone. It's Stephen Whiteside here from theuptrend.com with your morning market outlook for Wednesday, June 24th, 2026. Well, stock index futures are currently above fair value, being led higher by the NASDAQ, of course, which was the big loser on Tuesday, while we've got commodities down across the board. Natural gas is the only one up on the morning, not by much, and we've got gold down $91 in the pre-markets. Silver continues to move lower, and in percentage terms, silver is the big loser this morning. Now, there was a little noise in chip world yesterday. It all started in South Korea, which ended the day down over 12%, and the two biggest chip stocks in South Korea got hit hard yesterday. In North America, it was memory stocks were the big losers, down over 14%. And that particular ETF does not have a lot of historical data, but from what we do have, we are back on a sell signal as of Tuesday's close. Now, semiconductors came down hard yesterday, a tick over 7%. They headed down and hit the lower channel line, did not close below it. So we're still looking for a close below $615.88 on Wednesday to give us a sell signal for the SMH ETF. Now, while semiconductors were down over 7%, that put downward pressure on the NASDAQ 100, which is back on a sell signal as of Tuesday's close. Now, Micron was the biggest loser on the SOX index, down over 13%, followed by ON Semiconductor and Coherent. None of those stocks generated sell signals yesterday, unlike ASML, which is back on a sell signal as of Tuesday's close. Broadcom also back on a sell signal, generated a buy signal on Thursday and then rolled over yesterday. We did have Taiwan Semiconductor down over 6% on the day, trading back in the channel. No sell signal there. NVIDIA, biggest loser on the Dow, it came down and found support right on the $200 level, closed at $200.04, and the low of the day was 200 even. Now, we do have a little bit of support from the low back here at the start of May, and then that lines up with the high back here back in February. So we may see potential support there. If we keep going lower from here, obviously $200 is holding or barely holding. If we break the lows, then from early May and February, then 187.50 would be our next target to the downside if we start breaking down below $200 and those lows. Looking at the Dow traded down to the lower channel line yesterday, with NVIDIA being the biggest loser on the day. We need a close on Wednesday below $512.23 to give us a sell signal. Now, there was some news regarding the Dow 30 yesterday. So Alphabet is going to be added to the Dow 30. Verizon is going to be kicked out. Apparently, it's based on Verizon's trading price. It's not based on market cap. If it was based on market cap, you'd certainly get rid of Nike and the Travelers Group and Sherwin-Williams long before you'd get rid of Verizon. And so it was more based on stock price. And then again, I'd still kick a Nike out and bring Alphabet in before Verizon. But it may have been at the time of the decision that Verizon was the cheapest stock in the Dow 30. Now, looking at the iShares for the TSX 60, we're still on a buy signal here. The Vanguard Canada ETF traded up in the channel yesterday. We need to close again below $70.81. We closed at $70.85. So we're still struggling to hold on to the channel at the moment. Now, in New York, we had the S&P 500, just like the NASDAQ 100, is back on a sell signal as of Tuesday's close. So is the Vanguard Total Market ETF. Looking at the VIX, of course, the VIX is back on a buy signal as of Tuesday's close. And of course, I'm still trying to, I'm holding on, looking for a breakout above 21.8, which would probably give us a much broader sell-off than what we saw yesterday. Nothing to talk about with Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're not going anywhere at the moment. Let's finish off looking at the world of commodities, and crude oil is down in the pre-market this morning. We've got gasoline. Gasoline's still trying to hold $100 here. That may change on Wednesday. And of course, again, we've got potential areas of support from back here, but then 87.50 would be our next target to the downside if we take out those lows. We've still got natural gas on a buy signal here. Don't really care about that. Looking for a breakout above that trend line and the top of the flypaper channel, of course. Then looking at the energy stocks, we've been up the last couple of days in Toronto, but that's probably going to change this morning. Looking to see if we can hold 24. In New York, we're looking to see if we can hold 53.13. Then looking at the mining stocks, we've got copper back on a sell signal here. Copper miners got hit hard yesterday. The GLD was down yesterday, and so were the gold stocks, whether you're looking at New York, Toronto, or the juniors. And unfortunately, they're definitely back on sell signals as of Tuesday's close. Silver gapped lower, and it took out the recent low. Silver miners, both the big caps and the juniors, both down on the day, both back on sell signals as of Tuesday's close. Okay, folks, that is all for this morning's presentation. So far, it looks like we're going to see a little buying in the stock market, a little selling in the commodity market. Have a great Wednesday. Next time you'll hear my voice is on Thursday morning.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theuptrend.com.